now it is time to take a look at what fans are searching for, brought to you by Google, and searches for WNBA MVP candidates. Breakout search in the U.S. over the past week. So, want to take a closer look at the MVP race and consult the odds courtesy of ESPN Bet. So, as you can see, Collier, pretty heavy favorite there, minus 475, and then Alyssa Thomas plus 375, followed by A'ja Wilson plus 1800, and then a little further down the list, you got Sabrina Ionescu at plus 7500. Okay, so here is my question to you, Ari. So, obviously, Napheesa has been out, but the Lynx still look pretty darn good. Does that somewhat hurt her MVP case, just that they're still playing so well even without her? And does that maybe open the door for another one of these candidates to gain some ground?
Unfortunately, the injury did open up the door for them to gain ground because she's not playing, right? Not only do media voters sometimes have recency bias, but she just doesn't have as much time to prove herself in that way from the first half of the season, especially when you have an Alyssa Thomas, who is the engine of the Phoenix Mercury, who has gotten 3 triple-doubles in a row. That's nuts. She's in a league of her own in that distribution, filling the stat sheet, and she's so integral to this team. But if you take it back to the conventional definition of MVP, it's the best player on the best team, and right now that's Napheesa. But if you take Alyssa out of the Phoenix Mercury, you do not have the same Phoenix Mercury team. They have not had a chance to prove that they can be the same Phoenix Mercury team. She is so valuable to them. She sets the tempo. She fills the stat sheet. She makes everyone around her better. So right now she's really gaining traction on that MVP race.
I think that's such a great point about what you said about you take Alyssa Thomas away and where would the Phoenix Mercury be? Now, we already talked about A'ja Wilson. Tell me if you agree. I feel like she has just entered that convo that you would have had LeBron James in, that you would have had Michael Jordan in. You kind of are going to have her.
Goat, Maria.
You're going to have her in the MVP race just about every year.
It's funny because her bar is so high. That is the standard. So in order to get a nod over a Naphessa Collier and Alyssa Thomas, it's so unfair because she's going to have to be even better.
Right.
And that's a crazy concept to assume, because A'ja Wilson is the best player on the planet. I am so comfortable saying that. But because she has the standard that is so high, it's hard to exceed people's expectations.
Well, and I also think what people kind of forget about last year, you know, the Aces struggled a bit last year, but she was so good that it just didn't matter, even though they were further down in the standings. Now this year dipped. As I said, they are playing better of late, so you can't leave her out of the conversation. But who else that we didn't see on that list would you maybe throw in there?
Alicia Gray, step up to the plate. You have put Atlanta Dream in that 3rd spot, and honestly, tying the record for the 2nd place team. So watch out for the Atlanta Dream, carried by Alicia Gray. They did not miss a beat. She has been able to really utilize the offense that her coach runs. She's just very comfortable in their style of play. She's just been so amazing to me. But what I fear is that the MVP award does not lend itself to guards. In the 28 seasons that we've had MVP within the league, only 3 have been point guards, and only 8 total times have guards won it. 4 total guards, period.
It's been a long time. You have to go back a while before you get to a guard winning MVP in this league. I mean, I would add that somebody like a Breanna Stewart, even though technically a big, has guard skills, so that's something interesting.
I'll read to you. Diana Taurasi, Cynthia Cooper, Cheryl Swoops, and if you want to counter, Elena Deladon are the only true guards that have won the award.
Yeah, and even EDD is a stretch.
Yeah, I mean, they have her listed as scoring guard, but like that's my thing. It's like it's not historically been awarded to guards. Right. Alicia Gray is doing the work. She is one of the main reasons Atlanta Dream is positioned the way they are going into the playoffs.
Well, I'm so glad you gave her your shine. I'm just going to throw in there, we did see Sabrina on the list. I think that for her to take that next step and really be a serious contender, you said it, consistency. But there are times she absolutely looks the part of an MVP. I mean, she's had a handful of games hovering right around 30 points this season. If she does that, and also, I would say not even just the scoring. I mean, she really fills up the box score, kind of like how we see Alyssa Thomas do. So I think that she's somebody hovering that maybe in a couple of years, maybe next year, you know what I mean, could actually make a legitimate
quickly
MVP
the
case.
problem there's just so much around her.
I know what you're going to say.
I knew you were going to take Sabrina out. New York just has the pieces that they can compensate. They just are so talented.
Right.
It's very hard to distinguish yourself as MVP of the league when your team has so much interchangeable MVPs on it.
And I do think that's the big reason why she's not a bigger part of the narrative. But I think when you really pinpoint and look at some games that, say, Stewie missed or JJ missed and how she played, that could help her down the road. But as it stands, still a ways to go.